We are all used to the action of the laws of gravity and know that a thrown object will always fall down. But on our planet, there are many wonders, including those that go beyond science. In this video, I invite you to explore amazing places that challenge the laws of physics. Enjoy watching. Perhaps one of the most amazing and unusual attractions in the state of Oregon is the Oregon Vortex. It is located in the city of Gold Hill, on the banks of Sardine Creek, and represents an area where it seems the laws of physics no longer work as they should. The history of Oregon Vortex began in 1904, when a laboratory of the gold mining company Old Gray Eagle Mining Company was built here. Sometime later, the building unexpectedly slid off its foundation and froze at a strange angle. In 1914, the abandoned structure was discovered by prospector William McCullough. He was very interested in the unusual position of the building and involved his friend, engineer and geologist John Litster, in studying the site. Litster conducted numerous studies, examining the so-called 165-foot magnetic radius, within which unusual phenomena were believed to occur. According to the geologist, this area fully matched the characteristics of anomalous zones, which are rare on our planet. To share what was happening in this place, in the 1930s, Litster designed an entire space and presented it as an attraction of distorted reality. After Litster's death in 1959, the attraction passed into the hands of the Cooper family, who preserved it for future generations. The main feature of Oregon Vortex is the optical illusions that create the impression of violating the laws of gravity and perspective. Here one can observe objects rolling uphill, and the height of people appears different depending on their position in space. Scientific research has shown that all observed phenomena are the result of optical illusions and human perception peculiarities. However, this does not make the place any less interesting for tourists wishing to experience these amazing effects. Today, Oregon Vortex continues to be one of the most visited attractions in the state. This place has also gained wide recognition in popular culture. The attraction became a prototype for the Mystery Shack in the animated series Gravity Falls, and was also mentioned in shows like The X-Files and Supernatural. Road A719, passing near the Scottish town of Ayr, became famous worldwide for its unusual section known as Electric Brae. This place has become a true attraction, drawing tourists with its mysterious feature. Observing how cars left in neutral gear roll uphill may seem to violate the laws of gravity. However, in reality, everything is explained by an optical illusion created by the characteristics of the surrounding landscape. The road section, approximately 400 meters long, runs from the curve overlooking the Croygan Railway Viaduct to the wooded Craigencroy Valley. Although the road rises with a slope of 1 to 86, the surrounding hills and fields create the impression of a reversed incline. This road section received its name in the early 20th century, when locals mistakenly believed the phenomenon was caused by electrical or magnetic forces. Electric Brae gained special fame during the Second World War thanks to General Dwight Eisenhower. He lived near this place in Culzean Castle and often brought guests here to show them this amazing phenomenon. Many American soldiers from the Prestwick Air Base also came to see this wonder. Today, Electric Brae remains a popular tourist spot. For visitor safety, a special stopping area has been equipped. An informational sign explains the nature of the phenomenon. And although Electric Brae is not the only place of its kind in the world, here the illusion is so strong that it can be captured in photographs from different angles. In the small Argentine city of Tandil, located not far from Buenos Aires, there once stood an amazing natural creation, the giant Davasco Rock. This boulder, weighing more than 300 tons, was fantastically balanced on the very edge of a cliff. Looking at it, it seemed as if it hung in the air, defying all laws of physics. The main mystery of the rock lay in its stability. Despite its impressive weight and extremely precarious position, it not only rested on the edge of the precipice, but even swayed in the wind without losing balance. Local residents treated this amazing natural wonder with great reverence and created a legend about it. According to the legend, thousands of years ago, the son of the sun named Davasco came to these lands. He taught the locals various crafts and knowledge, and before returning, he left this amazing rock as a gift, which would fall only when Davasco decided to visit his people again. Surprisingly, as the legend predicted, this giant boulder eventually fell, shattering into many pieces. This happened in 1912. The exact cause of its fall remains a mystery. Most scientists assume that the rock slowly shifted down the cliff and finally reached a point where it could no longer maintain balance. Other researchers believe the fall was caused by gradual erosion of the rock's contact with the cliff. There is also a version involving human activity. Perhaps the rock was destabilized due to repeated attempts by locals to demonstrate its rocking to tourists or because of explosions in a nearby quarry. Although the Davasco rock no longer exists, its memory has been preserved. In 2007, a plastic replica weighing about 9 tons was installed exactly in the same place. Today, this replica reminds visitors of the once existing natural wonder and has also become a popular attraction in Argentina. In the vicinity of the city of Santa Cruz, California, there is one of the most unusual places in America, known as the Mystery Spot. This attraction draws tourists from around the world with amazing optical illusions that challenge the usual laws of physics. Here, reality plays an engaging game with perception, making people feel as if they are in a parallel world. The history of this amazing place began in 1939 when local entrepreneur George Prater purchased a plot of land on a hill. While surveying the area, he noticed unusual phenomena. His compass gave incorrect readings, and Prater himself experienced slight dizziness. Inspired by the popularity of a similar location in Oregon, he decided to create his own attraction. In 1941, Prater opened this amazing place to the public by building a wooden house on the mystical terrain. The mysterious area is located on a hillside. The diameter of this area is about 46 meters. Inside the house, visitors can observe astonishing phenomena. Here, balls roll uphill, people stand at impossible angles, objects appear tilted, and the sizes of items are visually distorted. Although the place indeed seems mystical, scientists explain these phenomena by the peculiarities of human perception. Optical illusions arise due to the specific slope of the surrounding environment and the floor of the building. When a person is inside the slanted space, their perception of height and orientation of objects is distorted. Psychological studies have shown that the perception distortion intensifies when the observer's body itself is at an angle. Today, the Mystery Spot is a popular tourist attraction, annually drawing hundreds of thousands of visitors. On the site, one can see the historic wooden building, a man-made garden with dahlias, and a unique observation deck. Visitors can participate in interactive demonstrations, take unusual photographs, and experience the optical illusions firsthand. Experienced guides tell stories about this place and demonstrate various visual effects. Many tourists note that even understanding the nature of the illusions, they still feel the extraordinary sensation that the laws of physics work differently here. The mysterious place in Santa Cruz is not just an attraction, but a unique space where everyone can feel like part of an amazing experiment. Here, science meets mysticism, and ordinary perception of the world is tested, leaving unforgettable impressions on every visitor. In the western part of the Armenian highlands rises Mount Aragats, which is the highest point in Armenia. Its name translates as Throne of Ara, and this place is shrouded in numerous legends and mysteries. The mountain is an ancient volcano with 4 peaks, between which lies a huge crater with a depth of 350 meters and a width of 3 kilometers. Besides its grandeur, Mount Aragats is also known for an anomalous zone near Lake Kari, where the usual laws of physics seem to stop functioning. Here, truly fantastic phenomena can be observed. In this anomalous zone, water in a stream rises up the slope, thrown objects roll uphill, and a car in neutral gear slowly moves upward. Locals have long been accustomed to this anomaly and say that similar areas exist in other parts of the mountain. Scientists studied the phenomenon for a long time, but could not explain its nature. Several hypotheses have been proposed. One theory is related to the presence of a powerful magnetic plate at a depth of about 500 meters, which may influence the gravitational field. The second theory suggests an optical illusion. The unique terrain creates a false plane effect, distorting the perception of the slope. Other researchers assume that the anomaly may be connected to gravitational wave distortions or the presence of deposits of super-heavy matter deep underground. The anomalous zone attracts not only researchers but also tourists from around the world. Travelers come here to witness this unusual natural phenomenon with their own eyes, enjoy mountain landscapes, and touch the ancient history of this place. Despite numerous studies, the mystery of Mount Aragats has not yet been fully revealed, remaining one of the most intriguing natural anomalies. In Myanmar, on the top of Mount Kyaiktiyo, at an altitude of more than 1,100 meters above sea level, there is a remarkable shrine known as the Golden Rock. The Golden Rock is a granite monolith covered with gold leaf, with a height of 7.6 meters and a circumference of 15 meters. On its top rises the graceful Kaiti Ati Yoe Pagoda, with a height of 7.3 meters. Together they create a unique ensemble that seems to float in the air, balancing over the abyss. Tourists visiting this place note that while standing here, it feels as if gravity itself retreats before the power of faith and ancient legends. Locals explain the phenomenon of the floating rock through ancient stories. According to them, the Golden Rock is held by a strand of Buddha's hair. Legends say that during one of his earthly incarnations, Buddha gave a lock of his hair to the hermit Taik Tha. Before dying, the hermit passed the relic to King Tisu, who decided to fix the hair on the rock in the shape of a head. With divine intervention, the perfect location was found on Mount Kyaiktiyo. That is how the Golden Rock came to be. Scientists explain the stability of this monolith differently. Inside the granite of the balancing rock are microcracks and voids, creating a special structure that influences the distribution of weight. Furthermore, its center of gravity is positioned in such a way that it allows the rock to remain securely over the abyss due to the pendulum principle. Interestingly, the contact area between the rock and the platform on which it stands is so small that a few people can slightly rock it, but it does not fall. And although at first glance it seems as if it might topple, it has maintained its balance for over 2,500 years. The pagoda on the Golden Rock is the third most important pilgrimage site in Myanmar, after Shwedagon and Mahamuni pagodas. Believers believe that 3 visits to the shrine per year will bring wealth and blessings. Around the Golden Rock, a whole culture of worship has developed. Pilgrims not only pray but also contribute to decorating the shrine. Some donate money, while others purchase gold-coated plates and personally embellish the sacred rock. During the pilgrimage season, lasting from November to March, the echo of worshippers' chants never ceases at the foot of the mountain. Reaching the shrine is not easy. The path from the nearest settlement is 16 kilometers. Most pilgrims prefer to climb on foot, following ancient traditions. On the winding mountain road, there is a transfer camp where travelers can rest before the final stage of the journey. On Jeju Island in South Korea, there is an unusual road, Dokkaebi Road, also known as the Mystic Road. This place, surrounded by legends and unusual phenomena, attracts travelers from all over the world. The main feature of this road is a remarkable optical illusion that defies the laws of gravity. At this place, cars put in neutral gear begin to move downhill, yet it creates the impression that they are going uphill. This magical anomaly also affects other objects. Bottles, balls, and even stones seem to rise up the hill, surprising all witnesses of this phenomenon. The name Dokkaebi Road comes from its main mysterious feature and is closely connected to ancient legends. Dokkaebi are magical creatures from Korean folklore, resembling mischievous goblins. They possess supernatural abilities and enjoy playing tricks on people. It is believed that these mystical beings endowed the road with unusual properties, turning an ordinary stretch of path into a place where reality blends with magic. Locals tell that long before the road existed, dancing Dokkaebi were often seen in this area, creating glowing circles around themselves and playing with natural forces. According to legend, This was when the first evidence of the unusual properties of this location appeared. Of course, scientists do not agree with such interpretations. From a scientific perspective, the anomaly is explained by the terrain and visual distortions. The surrounding landscape creates a perfect optical illusion that deceives the human eye. From a certain angle and position of objects, the terrain seems to have a slope opposite to what it actually has. Today, Dokkaebi Road attracts thousands of tourists. Nearby, amusing statues and a decorative fountain create a special atmosphere. Visitors can conduct their own experiments with various objects, test compasses, and take unforgettable photographs with this amazing phenomenon. Waipuhia. Waterfall is one of those natural wonders that makes us question the laws of physics. The waterfall is located in Watershed Nature Park on the picturesque Hawaiian island of Oahu. The unusual feature of the waterfall is its ability to flow upwards. Locals have given it a second name, blowhole, which translates as blowing water. This name perfectly captures the essence of the natural wonder occurring here. Scientists studying the mysterious anomaly of the waterfall concluded that the mechanism behind this phenomenon is related to the unique weather conditions of the region. When squally winds reach a certain strength, they literally lift the water flows upwards against the current. This creates an astonishing illusion of a waterfall flowing in reverse. The stronger the wind, the higher the water rises, sometimes reaching almost the very source. The natural wonder can only be observed under certain meteorological conditions. In calm weather, Waipuhia behaves like a regular waterfall. The water flows down the rocks, creating the familiar picture. That is why not every visitor gets to see this amazing phenomenon. The uniqueness of this waterfall's phenomenon lies in the fact that there are very few such places on Earth. Similar natural phenomena can be found in a few other points on the planet, for example, in the United Kingdom and Australia. However, Waipuhia Waterfall attracts special attention from researchers and tourists due to the strength of the winds and the frequency of the phenomenon. The tourist appeal of this location is not limited to just the upside-down waterfall. The island of Oahu itself is an amazing place with picturesque nature. Here you can see beautiful coral reefs, exotic plants, tropical birds, and, of course, the famous pineapple plantations. In the Canadian province of New Brunswick, there is an amazing place that attracts thousands of tourists from around the world every year. This is the famous Magnetic Hill, where, at first glance, gravity seems to stop working. The history of this place began in the 1930s when, with the arrival of the first cars, local residents noticed an unusual phenomenon. If a car is parked at the base of the hill and put in neutral, the vehicle begins to move uphill by itself. The speed of such inexplicable motion could reach 40 kilometers per hour. Many people believed that the cause of this phenomenon was a powerful magnetic field attracting the metal parts of the car. This is actually where the name of this place came from. However, scientists who studied the phenomenon quickly dispelled these assumptions. It turns out that the secret of Magnetic Hill lies in a unique optical illusion created by nature. First, the absence of a clear horizon line makes it difficult to assess the actual slope of the surface, which is 2.5 degrees. Second, the surrounding trees and buildings, which usually serve as visual references, do not provide an accurate sense of the terrain here. Third, perspective features create the effect of a steeper descent than there actually is. All these factors give the impression that the car is moving uphill, while in reality it is going downhill. Although Magnetic Hill is no more than an optical illusion, local authorities have turned it into a tourist attraction. Today, a special infrastructure has been created around the hill for observing the phenomenon. Tourists can not only watch the floating cars, but also personally experience the illusion by riding uphill on a bicycle or skateboard. Interestingly, the effect works only from a certain angle. If the hill is viewed from another point, it becomes clear that there is no violation of the laws of gravity. Magnetic Hill proves that sometimes the most incredible phenomena have perfectly scientific explanations, and the human brain can perceive reality completely differently from how it actually is. Cosmic Mystery Spot is an unusual house located in the picturesque forests of the Black Hills, South Dakota. In this place, it seems that reality plays strange games with visitors, and the laws of physics cease to function. The history of this attraction began in the 1950s, when two young men planned to build an ordinary house here, but accidentally discovered something astonishing. During construction, they noticed that in this area their perception of space and gravity was strangely distorted. This discovery amazed them so much that they decided not just to build a house, but to create a unique tourist spot where each visitor could experience what they themselves had felt. The design of the house and its territory was carefully thought out. Special structures were created here that skillfully deceive the eyes and brain of visitors, distorting their perception of reality. In some areas, it seems that your height gradually increases or decreases, and gravity behaves completely unpredictably, creating sensations of being in space. The secret of these amazing illusions lies in the peculiarities of human spatial perception. When the horizon line is absent, our brain begins to interpret space differently, and this property is actively used in the construction of the house. On the territory of the Cosmic Mystery Spot, besides the house with optical illusions, there is a whole entertainment complex. Visitors can explore a geodesic mine, where unique minerals can be found, and enjoy other interesting activities specially prepared for them. This place has become a real discovery for tourists wishing to experience unusual sensations and see familiar things from a new perspective. In the quiet town of Lake Wales, Florida, there is one of the most mysterious attractions in the state, Spook Hill. This is a place where, according to numerous reports, cars are able to roll uphill as if ignoring the laws of gravity. Spook Hill is located on the Lake Wales Ridge. Today, this place attracts tourists from all over the world with its unusual anomaly. To experience the phenomenon firsthand, it is enough to stop at a designated marking and put the car in neutral. After that, the vehicle begins to slowly move uphill, creating the impression of a violation of the laws of physics. Many visitors note that the impression is particularly strong when observing the movement through the rearview mirror. Locals explain this phenomenon through legends. The most famous legend tells of the eternal struggle between the chief of a Native American tribe and a giant alligator. In the final battle, both died, but their spirits still fight on this hill, creating an unexplained anomaly. According to a second legend, after many years of maritime adventures, two pirates found refuge here. After the pirates died, their spirits began guarding the area and pushing cars in the opposite direction to hide the place where they had buried treasure. Spook Hill also has a scientific explanation. It lies in the optical illusion created by the features of the landscape. The horizon is partially hidden, and the brain lacks reference points to correctly assess the slope of the road. Slanted trees and road signs only enhance the effect. Spook Hill gained wide fame after an article on the front page of the Wall Street Journal in 1990. In 2019, this place was added to the National Register of Historic Places, becoming the oldest officially recognized gravity hill in the country. A few kilometers from Las Vegas, on the border of Arizona and Nevada, stands one of the most impressive hydraulic structures in the world, Hoover Dam. The construction of the dam began in 1931, during the Great Depression, when the decision was made to build it. The main goal was to solve several important tasks simultaneously: water supply, land irrigation, and electricity generation for the southwestern states of the USA. The arch-gravity design, shaped as an arc convex upstream along the river, became the first fully concrete hydraulic structure of this scale. The technical specifications of the dam are impressive. Its base thickness reaches 200 meters, while at the top it is 14 meters. The structure includes 4 tunnels with a diameter of about 7 meters and a length of 5 kilometers each. During construction, innovative technologies were used to cool the concrete, which accelerated the hardening process. Today, Hoover Dam controls the water level in the river, supplies electricity to a vast region, creates Lake Mead Reservoir, supports the Colorado River ecosystem, and facilitates navigation. Interestingly, this structure not only performs critical functions for the region's electricity and water supply, but also demonstrates an optical illusion, creating the effect of breaking the laws of physics. If one stands at the edge of this majestic structure and tries to pour water from a bottle, it, contrary to all laws of gravity, moves not down but upward. This amazing phenomenon attracts thousands of tourists wishing to see it with their own eyes. The secret of this phenomenon lies in the unique construction of the dam and the airflows it generates. Powerful upward air currents, created by the gigantic structure, are capable of lifting light objects, creating the illusion of breaking the laws of gravity. This illusion turns the dam into a unique place where it seems that the usual laws of physics cease to operate. In the northwestern part of the English county of Derbyshire, there is the amazing Kinder waterfall, which defies the laws of physics. In calm weather, Kinder, like other waterfalls, flows down the rocks. But in windy weather, a real natural miracle occurs. In such weather, the water streams begin to move in the opposite direction, rising uphill. This amazing phenomenon becomes possible thanks to the strong winds characteristic of the Peak District highlands. When wind gusts reach a certain strength, they literally lift the water streams upward, creating the illusion of reversed flow. During this spectacle, it seems that gravity temporarily suspends its action. Kinder Waterfall is one of only 3 known places on the planet where the inverted waterfall anomaly can be observed. It is not surprising that Kinder has become a real attraction of Derbyshire, drawing many tourists eager to see with their own eyes how the water flows upward. Observing this phenomenon leaves an unforgettable impression and makes one reflect on the multifaceted and mysterious nature of our planet. In the picturesque Brazilian city of Belo Horizonte, there is a place that makes one question the laws of gravity. This is Rua do Amambam, located in the Serra district only 20 minutes from the city center. This place has become a true mystery for scientists and travelers, all because an unusual phenomenon occurs here. Cars left in neutral gear begin to move uphill on their own, as if ignoring all known laws of physics. Tourists, seeing this phenomenon for the first time, cannot contain their amazement, while local residents have long been accustomed to this anomaly and have turned it into a real attraction. Scientists explain that this phenomenon is an optical illusion. The placement of surrounding objects and the specific terrain create an effect in which the human brain perceives the car's movement in the opposite direction. In reality, the cars are gently rolling downhill, but from a certain angle, observers perceive them as moving upward. Of course, travelers understand that it is only an illusion, but despite this, they are still amazed by this phenomenon. Many of them bring cameras to capture the event and share impressions with friends, and local guides gladly tell stories and legends associated with this place, adding a mystical touch to the phenomenon. Rua do Amambam has become a kind of city landmark and at the same time, a place where the laws of physics are put into question. Hudson Bay is the largest bay of the Arctic Ocean, located in the northeastern part of Canada. Its area is about 848,000 square kilometers. The maximum length reaches 1,500 kilometers, and the width is 830 kilometers, with an average depth of about 100 meters. This bay is famous not only for its vast size and long ice cover period, but also for its unique gravity anomaly. In the 1960s, scientists noticed that in the Hudson Bay area, the gravitational force was noticeably weaker than in other parts of the planet. Since then, specialists have conducted many studies to unravel the mystery of why Earth's gravity behaves so unusually in this place. It turns out that the cause of this anomaly lies in the ancient history of this region. Tens of thousands of years ago, there was a giant Laurentide ice sheet here, whose colossal weight pressed down the Earth's crust. When the glacier melted, the gradual restoration of the surface began. But this process is still not complete. The Earth seems to be trying to straighten itself after centuries of pressure, but it does so very slowly. Interestingly, the anomaly is created not only due to the remnants of the glacier. Convection processes in the Earth's mantle and the unique structure of the crust in this area create a special combination of factors. As a result, a kind of cavity with less rock mass is formed, which leads to a weakening of the gravitational field. Although a person standing on the surface hardly feels the peculiarities of gravity, this anomaly significantly affects scientific work. In particular, this phenomenon seriously impacts the accuracy of geodetic measurements and satellite operations. Scientists must take this factor into account during research. The Hudson Bay gravity anomaly makes us reflect on how complex and amazing our planet truly is. And that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support is the best reward for me. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.